ẹ decide láti stay separately.
Yes.
Ìgbà tí wọ́n rí
They never asked about me.
Really?
No.
Your dad? Your mom?
I think for my dad would just, because then ẹ máa wà pé kò sí letter, I mean kò sí phone, kò sí anything, so ìgbà yẹn ẹ máa kọ letter, it will take a while. So kò sí, and me, I just remained focused with my academics. I remained focused with going to farm with mama. I remained focused with just helping her because I was like, I saw the mother I never had in her.
So why do you think your mom put up that? Or do you think your mom hated you? Mo kí yín kú dédé àsìkò yìí, ìkànnì Àgbàlẹ̀tù TV ọ̀sán sọ ní àwọn Òdélé Adéyanjú ní orúkọ mi. Lénìí, àlejò mi orílẹ̀-èdè Amẹ́ríkà ni wọ́n ti wá. A dẹ̀ rí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n ń ṣe dáadáa lókè òkun ló jẹ́ pé tá bá lórí ọ̀fẹ́ àti bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀, a máa rí pé ọjọ́ kan náà kọ́ ni wọ́n gùn tí wọ́n débi tí wọ́n dé. Àwọn náà ní àwọn ìlàkọjá tó jẹ́ pé ó ṣeé ṣe tí wọ́n bá faralẹ̀ àbí tí ò bá sí ti Ọlọ́run, the God factor, ó ṣeé ṣe kán má dé ààyè tí wọ́n dé lénìí. Lára àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé Amẹ́ríkà ni wọ́n fi ṣe ibùgbé lénìí tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣe dáadáa. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Femi Aniyi tó jẹ́ pé lénìí wọ́n ti ní nǹkan tó dáa ṣe pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ amúlùdùn, àwọn entertainers wa. Bákan náà, wọ́n ti jẹ́ òǹkọ̀wé ní ìlú tí wọ́n ń gbé. Ẹ jẹ́ ká bá ìrìn àjò wọn ká bá wọn rìn díẹ̀, ká wo àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ tá lè rí kọ́ ńbẹ̀. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Femi Aniyi, ẹ káàbọ̀ s'Àgbàlẹ̀tù, ẹ káàbọ̀ sí Nàìjíríà.
Ẹ káàárọ̀, ṣé dáadáa la bá yín?
Ṣé dáadáa, ṣé ẹ máa ń wálé déédéé?
Yeah, máa wálé most times bí ẹ̀ẹ̀kan ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì
lọ́dún.
Yes.
Okay. Ọmọ ìlú wo ni?
Actually, àwọn bí mi ní Ìta Ògbólú ní Àkúrẹ́ North Local Government ní Ondo State some years back.
Okay.
So, but Popsi, wọ́n ṣe jagunjagun, soldier. So at the age of 1 year old, wọ́n gbé wa lọ sí Enugu.
1 year?
1 year.
Okay.
So I was 1 year old. Wọ́n gbé mi lọ sí Enugu. I think that was 1981. So láti gbà yẹn la wà ní barrack. So bí life ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. But Ìta Ògbólú náà bí mi sí.
Okay.
So
ẹ lè sọ Ìgbò dáadáa?
Actually, so nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé àwa kan wà tó yẹ pé tá lọ sí school nínú barracks, so a máa ń feel too big sí àwọn tó bá lọ sí school outside the barracks. So tó bá lọ sí command children's school, so a máa ń ríra wa as federal kids.
Okay.
Tó bá lọ sí army children's school, though army school náà ni o, but wọ́n ṣe yẹn sí outside the barracks so that àwọn ọmọ Igbo yẹn wọ́n máa lè attend.
Okay.
So àwọn commissioners and all those people wọ́n lè
Command ló wà ń ta àbí?
Command ló wà nínú school.
Command ló wà nínú school.
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
Army children ló wà ń ta.
Army children ló wà ń ta.
Okay.
So àwọn army children, àbúrò mi tán bí lé mi, army children yẹn ló attend. So òun gbọ́ Igbo ní títí ẹ̀. So àwa tá a bá sọ French kékeré ńgbà yẹn tó wọ́n kọ́ wa ń French. So because mo attend nursery school, I think maybe kí n mú story yẹn gan láti ilẹ̀. So bá a ṣe dé barrack 1981, of course I was still very ọmọ kékeré ṣì ni mi, right, mi mọ̀ much. 82, 83, 84, 85. So a ní ọmọ kan tá a jọ ń ṣeré bíi neighbor ní barrack ń gbà yẹn, 82 Division Nigerian Army barracks ní Abapa barracks l'Enugu. So ọmọ Èkìtì ni wọ́n, àwa ọmọ Àkúrẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ Àkúrẹ́ North. So wọ́n á ní òkè ò pé the same time ọ̀rẹ́ ni wá, àjọṣepọ̀ tó ga jù mí. Mo jẹ́ èèyàn kan tó yẹ pé mo ní small stature even till today. Mo jẹ́ èèyàn kan tó rí mi lánàá tó ní bóun ṣe rí mi ní 5 years ago, pé even younger than that, and pé how would you say you are almost 46 and you are still looking like this? Mo dẹ̀ ní wà, I don't know, it's grace or gene or something. So ọmọ yẹn ga ju èmi lọ and all that. So bá a ṣe dé school, adé command children's school. So ayé ìgbà yẹn náà máa ń ṣọwọ́ tá ní kan ṣe, èmi dẹ̀ ni mo kéré. So bóun ṣe ti tẹ̀ báyìí wọ́n kàn ní kó wọlé sí primary 1. So èmi ti tèmi wọ́n ní kán máa mú mi lọ sí Nigerian Army Officers Wives Nursery and Primary School.
Okay.
So I now went over there but mo sọ ẹkún débẹ̀ ni pé ọ̀rẹ́ tá jọ ń ẹ mọ̀. So and that started the kind of journey in my life tó jẹ́ pé ẹ mọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ tá jọ ń jẹun, àjọ ń rìn, àjọ ń ṣe everything. Ó wá ti fi 2 years because nursery 1, òun wà ní primary 1. By the time tí màá fi bọ́ sí nursery 2, I wà ní primary 2. So ìgbà tí màá fẹ́ bọ́ sí primary 1, ó ti wá wà ní primary 3. So I fi bí 3 years, bí 2 or 3 years bẹ́ẹ̀. So àwa kí n jọ ṣe mọ́. Like he now, because ẹ mọ̀ ó ti tún meet àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi. So èmi dẹ̀ ni náà. So that started a kind of quiet.
Who
affect me psychologically, yes. Yeah. So mo ṣàbẹ̀ sí ní wò pé okay. So màá rí mọ́mí ẹ̀ máa gbé báàgì ẹ̀, ìwé ẹ̀, gbogbo báàgì ẹ̀ máa heavy gan, wọ́n á gbé So èmi dẹ̀ ní maybe nursery school, ìwé kékèké. So màá ṣá dodge lọ máa ṣe. So that was how life started, and it affected me in so many ways, but at the same time I want to believe pé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yẹn jẹ́ nǹkan kan tó yẹ pé ó shaped life mi till today, because I met àwọn ọmọ olówó kankan tó yẹ pé tó influence me in such a way, maybe pé because mo sọ story yẹn fáwọn àbúrò mi àti kinní kan, and people who have been learning from it. I wrote it too in my book that at a very younger age, at age 7, ìgbà tí mo fẹ́ parí nursery school yẹn, mo fẹ́ bọ́ sí primary 1, because mo máa ń sọ story yẹn kí everybody can learn, because you are bound to make mistakes as a child. The most important thing is correction and how your parents, corrected you in those periods. So mo wá rí àwọn ọmọ olówó other ranks. Popsi mi ń gbà yẹn private ni engineer department, engineer unit ni. So private ni wọ́n sápà. So àwọn ọmọ captain, àwọn ọmọ major gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀. Then àwọn ọmọ commissioner, irú ọ̀dọ̀ wọn yẹn ló máa attend. So wọ́n ra this NASCO sweet, kí náà tẹ̀ ń porúkọ ẹ̀, kò ń ṣe NASCO wafers o, but ẹ ṣáà mọ sweet yẹn bí wọ́n ṣì ń ta sweet yẹn bí cube, ó fẹ́ dàbí Maggi báyìí. So but choco milo something. So wọ́n á ra kíní ẹ̀, máa ṣàrí wọn pé kí náà ń jẹ yìí, kíní kan. So mo ṣáà rí ibi tán ti ń ra kíní ẹ̀, mo wá lọ, mo rí dádì mi lọ́jọ́ kan pé wọ́n ní kóló onírin, so wọ́n máa ń tọ́jú owó sínú kóló yẹn. Mo wá lọ fi gbálẹ̀ báyìí, mo fi méjì, mo fi yọ owó yẹn. Ayé ìgbà tó yẹ pé 50 kobo ní pépà, ṣé 1 naira ní pépà bẹ́ẹ̀. So mo ṣáà lọ yọ owó yẹn mi, mo yẹ tí mo yọ ń bẹ̀. The only thing I wanted to buy was just that chocolate. I just wanted to have a taste of it. So mo ra kíní yẹn, mo jẹ, mo ṣe, and that was the only first and the last time I did it. So bí Popsi ṣe lọ ka owó ní ọ̀tọ̀ ní owó yóò pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Èmi, àbúrò mi obìnrin tán bí lé mi, àbúrò mi ọkùnrin tán bí lé yẹn, then àti wá ní 4th born obìnrin. So ìyẹn Mọ̀mísí gbé yẹn travel wá sí Àkúrẹ́. So àwọn mẹ́ta yẹn la wà pẹ̀lú daddy. So bọ́n ṣe daddy ṣáà ní ta ló mówó ń bí, nobody could talk. So wọ́n ní ká kúnlẹ̀. Mo ṣáà ń wá àwọn àbúrò mi pé wọ́n kò ń ṣàwọn ló mú kíní. Wọ́n ṣáà ní ká kúnlẹ̀ for like, wọ́n á náwó sókè, mo lé mi ni. Popsi, wọ́n kàn lọ yọ wáyà ni wọ́n ná. That was the first and the last time though. So this was 1987. Wọ́n ná another day similar. So the lesson I learned there, it was àwọn staff sergeants, gbogbo àwọn tó senior daddy ní rank, gbogbo wọn kàn sáde ni pé Femi ó fẹ́ pa ẹni ní, a fẹ́ pa ọmọ ẹni, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ kíní kan. So my dad did not say anything to them. Wọ́n sọ anything. So wọ́n stop, wọ́n jẹ́ káwọn yẹn lọ. Wọ́n á pè mí wọnú ilé. He sat me down and he said, Niyi. I said, sir. He said, you are a good child. If you need anything, just ask. He said, do you know that if I had told those people that came around what you did, it would have been a stigma on you for the rest of your life. Meanwhile, pé tí abẹ́rẹ́ lásán bá sọnù ní blocks, ní environment yẹn, èmi náà máa fò, whether I was the one to move or not. So that stuck with me for the rest of my life. And ever since then, 1999, I worked in Ijebu. I followed my Oga's wife. Then lọ sí Remolinks Leko. I'm agbo in the Toria Manship palm kernel oil. So a lot of money, 4 million. I'm talking 1999. Mo ti parí ìwà ẹ̀kẹ́ gbà. So kò wọ̀ mí lójú rí. Even when other people that are in the Ijebu indigent then working there, don't steal owó, don't steal oríṣiríṣi, they just elevated me that they don't even know where I came from Akure, because the trust was there. I couldn't touch anybody. So that was how the journey of my childhood and everything started. So, but it made me more quiet. It made me more, so I became, I would say, like an introvert. It affected everything, whether having a girlfriend, whether doing anything. But all those strength and power channeled towards academics. So it made me more smarter in
Academically.
academically. So that was just the background.
Pẹ́ nílẹ̀ Ìbò yẹn.
All right, so ó yẹ kí n pẹ́, but mo sánlé. Ọmọ sánlé náà ni mi. Mo máa rí àwọn kan tá sọ pé wọ́n sánlé, so I ran away from.
Why did you sacro?
In 1996, I was 16 years old. So mo jẹ́ ọmọ kan tó yẹ pé, I don't know, maybe my first book, I named it, I titled it Memoir. I titled it Concealed. So it was I didn't bring it, I should have showed you. It showed a picture of a man, a matured man. Half part, there's tears coming out. The other part is just normal human being going about his job and all that. So, but when you go deeper, you will see the pain, the hurts, and everything that happened. So I'm someone that I really don't have a good relationship with my mom. I will see some guys, they will tell you that they sit down, one lè relate pẹ̀lú mom sí wọn, one lè bá mom sí wọn sọ any other thing. I can't do that.
Why?
Because, some parents, I want to believe that my mom is, I wouldn't tag her as a bad person. I just believe as the first child and the firstborn. Sometimes maybe some parents don't know how to, I don't know. But one thing I want to say is this. I think in psychology that most of our òbí, because I wouldn't generalize it, wọ́n máa ń rí àwọn ọmọ wọn as an extension of themselves,
Okay.
which is very, very wrong. Because if I have a child, I have 3 kids. I have a boy who will be 17 soon, and I have twins. I talk to them with respect. If I want to say, Kevin, bring me that, I say, Kevin, please, So I don't talk to them as if our culture is different. The way we are brought up is different. But sometimes, discipline should not be punitive. It should be a kind of corrective thing. But sometimes when parents, you are already going to get that ọ̀bẹ. But maybe the way you were walking, kò tẹ́ wọn lọ́rùn, ó ti gbogbo oríṣiríṣi, ó ti jẹ́gi, ó ti jẹ gbogbo ẹ̀. You'll be thinking, what have I done? So kẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ kíní yẹn bẹ̀ sí ní ó ń ṣáà ń pọ̀ sí. I now felt that if I continue to be like this here. My dad was there, but my dad, as a soldier, wọ́n fi gbogbo ara were available.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, pé tí kíní bá ti continue báyìí pé kó má lọ. And then in the barracks, most of us that knows barrack children, you either join people that smoke cigarette. My dad doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. He's a high-class disciplinarian. So he doesn't smoke or drink. Nǹkan tó máa ń ṣe ni pé tí dáàdì bá ti ń lọ duty, maybe tí mọ̀mísí bá travel, dáàdì máa ti wá mọ́nú lane, will be reading from morning till night. So my friends, some of them will be making jest, guy mini guard room lawa, mọ̀ pé barrack guard room. So, but not knowing pé that was a way for him to just train us in the best way he understood. So, kò jẹ́ kí n lè join àwọn gang, kò jẹ́ kí n lè join àwọn mo ní àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tó yẹ pé they smoke weed in the barracks at the age of 13, 14, 15. So I wasn't able to mingle with those set of people. So it was just me and my biochemistry and all those. So that was that. So 1996 was when I just had it here. And I was like...
What did she do at that time that influenced that decision?
Well, there's a lot of things, some kind of unnecessary beatings, like things you did not even, that you begin to question that, what have I done? I understand. And I know some people will be like, ò tí ì rí ìyá mi tó máa ṣe. No, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't. We've seen, even where I come from, we've seen kids that just little bullying, they will commit suicide. And they'll just end it like that. And now some of us will be like, oh, they are weak of spirit, they are not strong, they are not. Because you have that strength to weather the storm, doesn't mean another person needs strength in you. We are all built differently. So oríṣiríṣi bẹ́ẹ̀. So èmi náà ti wá ń rí pé okay, maybe as the first child, favorism is there and all those things. So I was, keep trying my best, and you just felt that it's like you are not doing enough. And for me, instead for me to join this clique and gangs, I just thought within myself that I need to go out of this house. If I want to live, if I want to be alive, I need to go. So I decided to just tell them that I want to visit my grandma. Although they said no, I said, okay, I will take one of my siblings. So our fourth born, Obiri, she's married with 2 kids in Akure. As a matter of fact, she will turn 40 this year. She was 10 years old then. So I took her. So they said, we are coming back. Abi, so Sabak holiday August, Abi Yatamawali in September. I said, yeah, I will come back.
Your grandma?
Yeah, daddy. Okay. So she was the one I ran to at the age of 16. So she nurtured me. She trained me aright. As a matter of fact, she never allowed any lady to, because I do tutorials, even at that age. So my grandma would say, so she would put a bench for them outside, and I would stay there and teach people I want to teach us about. I'll teach them inside. So that was just how I did from 1996, 97, 98, until I did my JC and WAEC and all that. So I think later on, then my parents discharged. They came to Itaobulu, and we now live, because it's a family compound. Grandma, so, but I did not move to there. I stayed with my grandma. So until I did my WAEC and
now, I decided to stay separately.
Yes.
They
never asked about me.
Really?
No.
Your dad? Your mom?
I think for my dad would just, because then kò sí letter, kò sí phone, kò sí anything. So call letter, it will take a while. So kò sí, and me, I just remained focused with my academics. I remained focused with going to farm with mama. I remained focused with just helping her, because I was like, I saw the mother I never had in her.
So why do you think your mom put up that? Or do you think your mom hated you?
The word hate is kind of harsh though, because like I used to tell people that you can't hate what you did not create. But sometimes some people, it happens because we are all human beings. But I wouldn't put it like that, because I just believe it happens. Some people. So when I wrote that book, when I wrote Concealed, a lady in Bayero, she's a Yoruba girl that schooled at Bayero University. She DM'd me on Instagram, and she dropped a voice note, and she was crying on the voice note. And I said, what happened? And she said, my book, that I'm a boy that experienced that with my mom, that she, as a girl, experienced that with her mom. That it became kind of funny that why would a girl suffer that same fate with them?
Go close more.
Yeah, I understand. Mama. Yeah, normally obìnrin man close more popsy. Yeah. Normally, but momsi okay wa harsh now pẹ̀lú obìnrin wọn, because they see their mom as their role model, like they want to follow the footsteps. They want their mom to guide them. But she said she loved her dad so much because her mom was. That, as a matter of fact, everything I wrote in that book was like a photocopy of her story. So that even, lifted my spirit that I'm not the only one out there. And I keep telling people, if you have good parents, don't take advantage of it. because not many people are so lucky.
Mm.
Not many people. And it almost affected me when I wanted to get married, because I prayed and I said, God, Matile pe 29, 30, tí mi ò rí obìnrin tó yẹ pé kíní, I'll just stay. Because I became so scared to deal with women. I became absolutely so scared. But, as God will have his way. The person God brought to my way she's wonderful, and I believe she became like a mother too. So,
Emma, pardon me, mo ma bere two questions
Yes, sir.
around
That-
this point because questions mo bere last really down but play around it. Nice. Was she like that towards your siblings?
So, actually, it wasn't as if I played around it, because, the book I wrote, The Concealed, it was highly controversial with my siblings. And the one I said I took to Itagbulu, it just miraculously happens that she's the only one that the affinity, the love is there. Even when the other ones are ganging up against me, she will not. So lately, some other issues came up. It was for the past 5 years that we've been battling. And that is why I kind of want to mellow things down, because they've been trying to reach out. And when I sat down and wrote The Weeping Destiny, my new book I wrote last year, as a matter of fact, the book was written, the skeleton was put together 20 years ago in 2005.
Okay.
So, but I was able to finish up. If I go through those 5 years of pressure and that challenges and those, abuse and so much things, I started writing it. But something just occurred to me that I just have to forgive. No matter what, I have to forgive and release the pain, the hurt, that they should not define who I want to be. I understand. So, but I would say that Amy, that girl that I took then, because of the fact that she stood with me, that she was like, this is like the Daudu. Pé olórí ẹbí leléyìí náà, pé why tẹ́ ṣe ń treat her, why tẹ́ ṣe ń ṣe, and I'm not sitting here to say I'm perfect. I'm not sitting here to say I'm innocent. But I'm saying that I have never for once done anything that will warrant the level of abuse.
In all that happened, and as busy as father was at that time, as you have suggested, was he aware that his first son was passing through all that?
So, to be frankly honest, my grandma knew. She knew. My dad didn't know then.
Okay.
He didn't know. So, but few years ago, I sat him down and I opened up some voice notes for him to listen.
Like how many years ago?
2020, there was COVID in 2020. Yeah. So COVID was in 2020. I think 2019, I came home twice, 2019. Then 2020, there was COVID, so I told him some things. Then 2021, I told him to almost often. But before that time too, about Timoto law school, because that was another stage again.
Okay.
So Otun affect in more areas, because Popsi not one shanri one or two things. I understand. Ki issue shele ki Popsi so okay oh. Because the reason we are saying this is there are so many families out there that doesn't even know how to survive. But I want to tell people listening that if I can survive it, because I should have been gone. I shouldn't even have sat here with you, like talking to you. I should have been gone long way before now. But if I can survive it, not by my power though, but by God's grace, anybody can. Anybody actually can. So Popsing by more much until I started, and family people started coming together and doing things and all that. And I have forgiven them, because as a matter of fact, I've taken my mom to the US like 3 times. In Indianapolis, I was the first person that would take my mom on visiting. Even people that were there, the citizen came to US, come on, mom. But I just sat down, brainstorm, and be like, okay, I want to bring my mom. 2011, I want to bring my mom in. How do I do it? Mudewo. So people started running to me. Ayo, Niyi, báwo ló ṣe ṣe? Kíní kan. So mo ṣáà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ pé and I will not collect money from them. Ilé báwọn fẹ́ ṣọ iṣẹ́ ọmúgànná ń pe àwọn tó bá fẹ́ so màá kàn sáré báwọn ṣe. You know, some people say, I won't collect anything from
Ṣé
them.
ẹ̀yin àti wọn ti jókòó discuss nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ rí?
So she's been with me. We talked.
Up till now?
No, we over there. We
Okay.
talked, and she left 2020 after COVID. She was with us for 18 months.
Okay.
So we talked and all that, but Amy believe it's a process for her because I just felt like she really doesn't understand the gravity of because èmi wò pé okay o tọ́mọ ẹ bá tẹ̀ wá wò tí ò tẹ̀ ro gbogbo kinní wọ̀nyẹn tó wá tún gbé ẹ not once not twice 3 times for medical check-up for health care ìyá mi ò wá bá mi tọ́jú ọmọ rí so I just took her there for medical help. It affected my personal business, you know, but I mean her life is way more better even after everything, you understand. But in the process of finishing this book, and I sat down with a pastor that forwarded the book, my pastor in Redeem over there, Pastor Michael Olaniyan. So in the process of finishing the book, we discussed a lot about her, about everything. And it was just like the most important thing is, in the past, you have been forgiving and still embracing. And there are some people that they will keep on hurting you, even though you can forgive them all you can. But the most important thing, you can forgive and deal with them from afar. That doesn't mean you are fighting with anybody or you are keeping kidney, but...
Was that a direct advice for your mother, for you to...
general for everybody, even the siblings, everybody.
Right. Okay.
So, ó wá kù sí mi lọ́wọ́ láti mọ bí mo ṣe fẹ́ operate with that.
Is your mother didn't travel?
Yeah, my dad has been to the US.
Okay.
My dad has been there once too. As a matter of fact, we did it such a way that me and my wife, we sat down that our parents let us bring them there.
Okay.
And my wife's mom came twice too.
Okay.
And her dad came in 2015 before he passed. Actually, we're trying to bring him back before he passed in January of 2020.
Okay.
Before he passed away.
All right. I hope by the time this interview goes out, it's not going to create any sort of ruckus in the family.
Oh, no.
All right.
Because the reason I'm saying it is, even for my siblings, to be able to sit down and think. And I mean, if any one of them want to come and talk, they can come and talk, but it should help them to think and see how they can work towards peace. Because I believe forgiveness is not just for people that hurt you alone. Forgiveness is for yourself too. I mean, before I even start thinking the journey of forgiveness, I read books too. I thought about forgiving myself first, because I have to release those pain before I can start thinking about, oh, you hurt me this time. I held it so long. It's derailed a lot in my life, but I have forgiven you. No, I have to first cleanse myself, forgive myself. Then that is when I can, channel it towards every other person. So it's also for them. Like, I mean, I love every one of them. I sponsored some of them that wanted to go to school. I did my best, and I mean.
Is there a line that demarcates being a disciplinarian and being too tough?
So there's a thin line, very thin, like this. My dad was a disciplinarian, right? I told you, my dad whooped me so hard.
But you said just once.
Just once.
Yeah.
But his way of discipline, is different. The only time he whooped me was what? I did something wrong. And even if he did not talk to me, tí dáàdì mi gan ò bá tẹ̀ pè mí jókòó pé Níyì wá ò jókòó pé ò ṣe báyìí ò ṣe báyìí ò ṣe báyìí ò ṣe báyìí kọ́kọ́ nà mí, I would have known that okay nǹkan tí mo ṣe yẹn ò dáa ni. So that is he disciplined me in that aspect. Now he now later sat me down and coached me. Again, so that's the difference. But being tough, and let me go back to that word that when you discipline somebody, it shouldn't be punitive. Don't punish anybody because you want to correct them. Don't punish them. Make it corrective. Let them learn from it. O lè ṣe rí ọmọ mi tó yẹ pé wọ́n wá ti gbá ìgbìmọ̀ lórí tó ti pẹ́ tó ti ṣe orí ẹ̀yẹ kọ́ máa pa ọmọ ẹ máa stubborn sí ni. I understand. So it's not every ọmọ ló máa lè absorb well. And for me, like that was the journey in 1996. I don't know, maybe it was God just taking me out at that time, the way he told Abraham to leave everything and move. I don't know. But I want to believe, I think it changed a lot in my life because I became so principled. Because a grandma, an older, my dad's mom, seeing the way she was training me. See, my grandma like this, if she pound iyán, you know, in our area, iyán náà ń jẹ jù ní Àkúrẹ́ àti gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀. So tí màmá bá ti gúnyán báyìí ní ìrọ̀lẹ́, tó bá ń kọjá màmá máa pè é, màmá gẹ́yán yẹn báyìí, wọ́n á gbèsè ẹ lọ́wọ́ báyìí ni, wọ́n á bọ̀bẹ̀ kékeré. So I learned giving through that. Just seeing those aspects, what Mama was doing. So I believe she inculcated a lot of discipline, a lot of goodwill, a lot of, charity in me. All right,
jẹ́ ká move away
Yes,
kúrò
sir.
ní area yẹn. Now let's talk about your tertiary education.
Yes.
Ta ló rán yín lọ sí school?
So actually, my first GC was 1998. Torí ìgbà yẹn mo fẹ́ try pé mo fẹ́ lọ sí FE, mo fẹ́ ṣe medicine at all cost. Physics, chemistry, maths, biology. So when I came in 1996 tí mo sọ yẹn, best student, kábíyèsí, best student everything, èmi mo ń gbà. So I now looked at myself pé local champion ni mí o. So I brought an ababiochemistry, Osayo ababiochemistry. So the ababiochemistry was made in such a way that kò ń ṣàwọn ilé tán clip wọn ẹni, ilé tó yẹ pé báwọn fi gum lẹ̀ wọn ẹni. So when we're in class, people come to, I was the first that brought it to the school then. So people come to me, wọ́n ní wọ́n fẹ́ yá chapter 1. Màá já chapter 1 yẹn fún wọn, mo lè attach ẹ̀ padà. So that was what I was doing. And I will be teaching them too. I'll be teaching them. All of a sudden, everybody knows smart. So I basically lera wa lere gan tá ń ṣe. So we got to SS3. I became the assistant senior boy.
School, yeah.
Alamo Grammar School.
Okay.
So I became the assistant senior boy. As a matter of fact, mo ti ṣe SS1 ní Amide Secondary School long.
Okay.
Ó yẹ kí n bọ́ SS2 tí mo fi sáwá sílé.
Okay.
So mo wá repeat SS1 because mi ò mú result, mi ò mú anything. Mi pé mo. So when we did WAEC, I first had 3 credits, all P's. As a matter of fact, Yoruba gan tí mi ò gbọ́ rí, tí mi ò tẹ̀lé sọ, I had credit, I think, in Yoruba then. I was like, so then Ade Farati, that was when Ade Farati was the governor in 1999. And he said, if you had done WAEC to the need credits, maybe 3 and above, too, you can go and retake for free. So I benefited from that. So mo wá lọ tú WAEC yẹn ṣe. So still, biology, chemistry, 777, like tán pé in P7 láyé gbà wọn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀wé tó.
Yes, I didn't, mi ò kọjá 7 yẹn. And ní all by tó yẹ pé even before kíní mo lè máa ṣe tutorial, máa ṣe gbá, máa ṣàwò, I will still have that 7 in biology and chemistry. So mo wá wò pé, well, maybe this is not my way. Mo wá jókòó sílé lọ́jọ́ yẹn ní 2001. So one woman, like a mother to me, ìyá ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn ti late ní 2001. So mọ́mí yẹn, Miss Akíntúndé, wọ́n á bá mi lé, wọ́n á ní, ọ̀rẹ́ mi máa fẹ́ lọ sí Ìkẹrẹ, college Ìkẹrẹ, pé kí n lọ gba form. Wọ́n á ní college, mo ní teacher nìyẹn. Wọ́n á ní, ṣó fẹ́ dúró sílé, o tún fẹ́ máa ṣe JAMB, NGC, nǹkan tó ti ń ṣe láti 1998. Mo ní, So I went, I took the form. Mi ò mọ subjects tó ń ṣe ní college. So mo ṣáà wà ń bẹ̀. Of which my O level, mo sì lè fi wọ Ifẹ̀ o mi kàn ní ṣe medicine ni o mo sì lè fi wọ UNAD or anywhere or LAG. I will just do anything social sciences, maybe economics, maybe geography, maybe anything.
Or even Akungba.
Or even Akungba at that time. So, but when the woman just told me that, Ikere, I went there. So at that time, that year, Ikere just opened their kinipe, tebafe, I mean, ìwọ tó bá ní credit yìí, o ní láti ṣe ti JAMB àwọn ti youth polytechnic ní tó máa ń ṣe tó máa fi admit àwọn college náà. So pé tó bá ṣáà ti ṣe o lè wá pé kíní. So I went there, I obtained the form. So I got admitted into part 1 in 2001. So 2001, so Popsy, to answer your question, Popsy was the one that sponsored me until about part 2 ní 2002. So ìgbà yẹn náà wá ní àwọn fẹ́ fún àwọn students ní federal government scholarship. But you have to have a certain GPA kan tó lè mú ẹ. Then tó bá wá mú ẹ tán wà tún lọ ṣe exam again ní Christ Kwado. So tún gbọ́dọ̀ ní 70% upward. So I was lucky to be amongst the GPA group. So akúrò mo ṣe yẹn wọ́n á ní ká lọ ṣe exam yẹn and I think I scored maybe 75 or thereabouts. So owó yẹn wọlé, it was 30,000 naira then in 2002. So Jimoh Ibrahim no, I think he wanted to start politics around that time too. Ona wá wá pé okay o máa add 13,000 fún Ondo Indigenes. Yes. So I think orúkọ wa jáde ní Punch ńgbà yẹn gan. So wọ́n fún wa lówó yẹn tán ṣe. So I used part of the money to pay myself out from school, buy books. Mo ara double decker kan sí yàrá tí mama blast. I don't have a girlfriend, so I couldn't spend money for people like that. Owó yẹn wá kù ṣe 12,000. I went to my dad and my mom. Mo sọ fún wọn nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ kó 12,000 yẹn fún wọn. So that was that. So mo ṣe parí NC nìyẹn. Ìgbà tí mo wá parí NC yẹn, mo wá fẹ́ ṣe industrial maths. Mo ṣàfẹ́ kúrò ní education. Mo wá fẹ́ ṣe industrial maths ní Akungba. Because bọ̀bọ̀ kan wà Awóṣìkà, mo ti gbà gbórúkọ Awóṣìkà ọmọ Ìdànrè ni bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn òun ni the best student ní SETWA ní 2003 tá a ṣe tán. Very brilliant. Economics maths yẹn lájọ wà. Then one of my friends too, Falebita Oluwanife, is now a PhD, is now a kí náà pè wọ́n PhD holder ní lecturer ní Foye. Okay. So Dr. Falebita. So àjọ one class ni. So mo wá ní èmi fẹ́ lọ ṣe industrial maths bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ti lọ ọmọ Ìdànrè yẹn ó ti lọ. Mo ṣáà ṣe result mi wà okay, everything wà okay, mo ṣe kò wọ́n ṣáà ní Takungba bá máa release result wọn ìgbà yẹn mo tẹ̀ wá lọ sí ọ́fíìsì the new man tó wà ń bẹ̀ as their VC ọmọ ìlú wa ni Professor Ige. So I went to his office mo ṣáà ń try pé kán tẹ̀lé mo submit kíní direct entry forms wọ́n rí direct entry forms mi 2004 2005 mo ṣe lose hope nìyẹn pé mi ṣe mọ́ jàre. So a friend now called me that there's a in-law nǹkan tó ń ṣe ADC, former governor of Ondo State, Agagu. Ó lọ́mọ ẹ̀ one day kò mọ maths. Ó ló ní ìdẹni tá a kọ ní maths ò pé kíní kan. Mo ní mo wà lọ́dọ̀ àǹtí mi ẹ̀ ti late nsìn. Mo ní mo wà lọ́dọ̀ àǹtí mi lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ pé wo anything education ọgbọ anything for now mo kàn fẹ́ hustle. Mo ti ń wọ 20 kíní kan. So bó ṣe ní pé kí n wá kọ́mọ yẹn mo ṣe dé sákùrẹ́ nìyẹn. So the man said àwọn ọmọ máa san ṣe 500 per sitting 500 naira pé tí máa ti wá tí mo kọ́mọ yẹn 2 hours 500 naira. Mo ló kéré o pé kàn fi ṣe 1,000. Wọ́n ní no wọ́n ní kàn ṣáàṣì kọ́kọ́ ọmọ ọwọ́ mi náà. So I said okay, for me it's not about the money. So I just want the girl to be good. Màá wá sílé wọn. So wọ́n á move from Olúwàtúyì sí governor's house. Ẹgbẹ́ governor's kìíní ní ilé ADC. Mo ṣáà ń lọ bẹ̀ máa kọ́ ọmọ yẹn máa ṣe. So bí tíṣà ọmọ yẹn ṣe pé mọ̀mísí ẹ̀ nìyẹn pé ṣé ọmọ yín ní tíṣà private tutor ni? Wọ́n á ní yà pé family friend kan lé. Báyẹn kàn pè mí ní weekend kan ni. bó ṣe increase owó mi ẹni tó ní 500 bó ṣe sọ di 2000 ni at a seat so tí má ti wá so 2000 mo wá ń gbà ní Monday Wednesday Friday mo wá ń gba 6000
per week.
mo wá ń gba 6000 per week so mo ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn until mi tẹ́ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tó fi wá stop ṣá so ọmọ ẹ ṣáà ti wá good ó ti wá SS2 ó ṣáà ti wá balance náà wá ní wọn need services yẹn wọn mo wá lọ mo wá ń wáṣẹ́ mo ti wá wà lákùrẹ́ mo wá ń wáṣẹ́ mo wá rí iṣẹ́ sí Kovic Nursery and Primary School ní area Ayédùn area wọn yẹn so mo kọ́ primary 5 there so then mo kọ́ Winners College ṣé Winners College náà pè lákùrẹ́ ya Winners College so mo kọ́ wọn náà ní SS2 mo kọ́ maths mo kọ́ SS1 ní CRK ìyẹn mo ṣáà ṣe títí mo gbé lọ́dọ̀ uncle mi kan gbà pastor redeem mi so tí àbúrò mi kan fi pè mí pé mi mọ̀ bá next level ni pé ká lọ play visa lottery.
Yeah, when the visa lottery.
2005.
Okay.
So ó kàn wá bá mi ni pé ká lọ play visa lottery.
Ẹgbọ́n lórí rédíò ni àbí?
Mi tiẹ̀ àbúrò mi yẹn ló wá bá mi nílé. I was just depressed somewhere ṣáà tí mo kàn lie down. Ó lẹ́gbọ́n ó ní ẹja lọ play lottery mo ní lottery kí ni mi kì í ta tẹ́tẹ́ ó ní visa lottery mo ní èwo ń bẹ̀ kí ni visa ó ní American visa lottery mo ní mo ti gbọ́ rí mo ní but ọdọọdún náà mi ti rẹ anybody tó lọ ó ní rọ o ó ní cousin wa kan báyìí ti wà ní Massachusetts ó pé kíní kan mo ní Boston cousin tó dẹ̀ sọ yẹn ó jẹ́ senior boy tí àbúrò mi third born jẹ́ assistant senior boy school tí mo lọ ma ní mo ní ọ̀yàyà àwọn aṣọ so from ìta ògbóló àwa sàkúrẹ́ so adébẹ̀ wọ́n ní 500 adúró mo dúró báyìí so it was just a play thing it wasn't I didn't take it serious so gẹ́yẹn ṣáà dúró gbé kámẹ́rà báyìí ó snap pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ ó ní orúkọ mo sọ orúkọ kọ gbogbo ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ó ṣe gẹ́yẹn ló feel everything mo kàn fún ní 500 mo tún sanwó àbúrò mi yẹn náà so that was it 2005 so 2006 ní April ní lẹ́tà jáde pé from KCC Kentucky Consulate Center pé congratulations you've been selected amongst the millions of people that kìnìkan ó dà pé àkọ́kọ́ yọ 55,000 kan I don't know wọ́n á pé so kìíní real buy wọ́n kọ́ rò pé fake gan ni so until mo wá bẹ̀ sí ní pè kiri tán ní onílọ́kọ̀ òótọ́ ni kìnìkan so that was how that journey started. But it didn't just kò bẹ̀rẹ̀ kò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
Kò smooth bẹ́ẹ̀.
Kò smooth o. I almost did not go. Yeah, ó kù díẹ̀ kí n má travel.
Owó àbí?
Owó and discouragement from even people àwọn èèyàn tó yẹ kó lift spirit èèyàn up, you know, when a pastor of a church is telling you pé kí ló fẹ́ lọ ṣe l'America. That is seeing it. As a matter of fact, mo tẹ̀ tí wá lọ ṣe interview, mo ti gba visa, mo ń wá wo ticket ngbà yẹn. So kò ń ṣe pé mo ń wo visa tá a sọ pé o tẹ̀ tí ṣe visa ṣé o mọ̀ bá wọn máa fún ẹ ní. Mo ti gba visa mo ti gba everything photocopy visa ni mo mú dé ni mo lọ bá pastor yẹn one senior pastor in Redeem in Akure. I understand the state provincial pastor kò ń ṣe pé just an ordinary senior pastor. So mo débẹ̀ ó ní zonal pastor mi sọ fún un pé mo brilliant ó ní kí wọ́n máa ṣiṣẹ́ ní headquarter.
Inú ọgbà àjàrà.
Ó ní kí wọ́n máa ṣiṣẹ́ ní headquarter pé wọ́n wáṣẹ́ fún mi ní headquarter pé.
Ẹ máa lọ America.
Yeah, so pé ó láwọn tó wà lọ́hùn gan struggle pé and then I have uncles abroad anyways but still náà mo kàn ń wò pé if an opportunity ṣe mọ̀ levels brain kò tí ì sí jápa level ò tí ì serious bí lè ń gbà wọ́n yẹn kò tí ì lè tẹ́lẹ̀ yìí people travels yes but kò nsìn báyìí tó wá jẹ́ sí ni pastor kan wọ́n fọ́gbọ̀n mọ́ pastor yẹn lórí o I understand tẹ́lifí tó ṣe ara ti kan everywhere ara ti kan Gaza báyìí so he said it I was sitting my friend just tapped me pé let's go so that was that like as a matter of fact àbúrò mi tó mú mi lọ play yẹn ló tún lọ sọ fún mọ́ sí ẹ pé bàdá Aniyi máa win kíní ọjọ́ yẹn tóun náà lọ ṣe tóun win o so the mother did not say kí mọ́mí ẹ lọ àbí kí dáàdì ẹ lọ máa bá wówó the woman stood up The woman stood up. That touched me pé ní Nàìjíríà tó yẹ pé ẹ mọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ọ̀rọ̀ kíní kan tá ti sọ pé kó lè lọ o tá ti lọ ẹ mọ̀ but nǹkan tọ́lọ́run bá máa ṣe ó máa ṣe ṣáà.
bọ́ọ̀lù ṣe wá rówó.
So the woman now went wọ́n ṣe ní local government.
ìyẹn ní
Ìta Ògbólú.
ìyá àbúrò yín tó sọ
cousin mi yẹn
cousin yín tó ní kẹwàá lọ ta tí òun ò jẹ.
tí òun jẹ ìyá ẹ̀ wá lọ sí local government ibi tó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ wá lọ sọ fún èèyàn kan so ẹni wájú ọmọ ilẹ̀ olùjì ó wá sọ fẹ́ni ẹ pé ọmọ kan máa jẹ lọ́tírì o òun dẹ̀ gbọ́ pé ilẹ̀ olùjì yín ẹ máa ń lọ dáadáa pé báà lẹ ṣe ń ṣe pé kò dẹ̀ lówó so bí máa ń ṣe ní òun lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ kan lákùrẹ́ kẹ́ máa wòjọ́ nìyẹn ọ̀rẹ́ yẹn ṣiṣẹ́ ní Adé Super Hotel lákùrẹ́ ní ẹ máa mọ̀ ẹ́ mo pẹ́ use mákùrẹ́ dáadáa so bó ṣe mú mi lọ bá ọ̀rẹ́ yẹn ni ẹni tó mú mi bá ní Adé Super ó lóun lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ kan sí Èkó pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ Indianapolis ló wà. I never heard anything about Indianapolis mi ti ẹ̀ mọ̀ bá ara America ló wà gan torí èmi ti ń George Philadelphia New York ẹ mọ̀ àwọn Chicago àwọn ìlú tó lórúkọ wọ̀nyẹn so that was how they took me there when the man saw my result pé ó dẹ̀ rí everything pé this guy is brilliant ó máa lè ṣe interview ó máa lè pass interview so he had interest in me so that was how he said okay kò sí problem pé owó ò ń ṣe issue pé but ṣé mo níbi tí mo fẹ́ dé sí mo á nínú so he now said I will stay with his wife and as a matter of fact maybe I will be able to use that opportunity to pay back since tó yẹ pé ọ̀dọ̀ ìyàwó and kò sọ́mọ ìlú mi ní Indianapolis ọmọ Àkúrẹ́ lè wà but ẹ mọ̀ ìgbà yẹn mi I don't know nobody but I was the first Ìta Ògbólú person there. The woman took me in and took absolutely 100% care of me. And I want to really thank them so much because mo lè dárúkọ Aunty Bọ́sẹ̀ oúnjẹ Bọ́sẹ̀ Akínfisóyè Mr. Tosin Akínfisóyè that family was they were very great and as a matter of fact I got to know my wife through the wife I'm married to today through them.
Okay.
I understand because she lived with them so ìgbà yẹn tí màá ti lọ I will just be looking at ọmọ wo ló jẹ́ nítorí tó jẹ́ pé kìnnìkan ìtẹ̀wá mọ̀ pé ọmọ Kwara ni èmi rò pé ọmọ Ondo State maybe family wọn ni but ọmọ Kwara ni pé kìnnìkan tó tún jẹ́ ọmọ tó gbé lọ́dọ̀ ìyá dádì ẹ̀ dàgbà náà just like me later we shall begin to so our story our life everything with another ìtajáde tó pè ní video call ló ń sọ fún mi kò tí ì rí Adétáyọ̀ face to face o ló ní kan send account number pé ẹ ṣáà máa lọ bíkíbi tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ màá send owó kẹfì ṣeré kẹfì ṣe so that's the kind of person she is and she has been.
Now but say win visa lottery. Yes. She inform her parents.
So yeah mo ó dà pé bí mo ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mo skip àwọn mo inform wọn but the only person tó dáàdi ní van kan wọ́n ní bíi bá 16 seater ní mi mo ṣe fẹ́ sọ nígbà yẹn so tán fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ wọ́n gbé fún driver so wọ́n fi ń kérò láti Àkúrẹ́ sí Ìta Ògbólú sí Àkúrẹ́ ìgbà míì wọ́n máa ń gba charter tá ń lọ Èkìtì wọ́n wá sí Ìjẹ̀bú ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ so mọ́tò yẹn ti wá ń gbó díẹ̀díẹ̀ mo á sọ fún popsi mo ní kàn ta mọ́tò yìí pé nǹkan báyìí ni mo jẹ pé kàn ta mọ́tò yìí as at that time gan a ṣe lè rí ta ní 300-400 gan mo ní kàn ta ká lè lò fún so popsi ṣáà he felt reluctant pé àbúrò òun tó ń sponsor lọ sí kinní kan gbà yẹn tó dé lóyìnbó tó ra mọ́tò yẹn fún wọn ló gbé fún wọn pé wọn fẹ́ ta wọn fẹ́ ṣe wọ́n ní ọmọ là ń sọ yìí pé kinní kan so daddy felt kind of reluctant he never wanted to sell it mo á lọ fẹjọ́ sùn grandma ìyá wọn so ìyá wọn lọ ṣáà pariwo mọ́ wọn lórí pé kinní kan so by the time tí tán ṣáà lọ ta mọ́tò yẹn wà lọ bàjẹ́ so the person just came pé òun lè máa ra mọ́tò yẹn ní price òun ló dẹ̀ ti kọ́kọ́ ná mọ́tò yẹn ní 350 ńgbà yẹn so the person just mo ṣàmọ̀ pé wọ́n dáàdi kan fún mi ní 85k ṣá so 85k yẹn mo wá owó mọ́ tí mo fi ra ticket then KLM to the US was 150k It was 150k.
What's that?
Millions ni why.
150k.
150k ni KLM. So yeah.
So how many percent increase Nisi?
God knows. As a matter of fact, ìgbà tí mo fẹ́ wá gan tí mo ń wo flight, I came through Ethiopia. My first time flying Ethiopia. And as a matter of fact, ó dà pé tí bá ṣe pé Chicago to Ethiopia is far, is 12.5 hours. Wọ́n bọ́yàn bíi pé èèyàn kan jẹ bó ṣe wù yàn nù kíní ẹ̀ ni. So Delta, United, àwọn normal flights tó jẹ́ pé èèyàn kan lè gbé directly, you don't ní Atlanta 6 p.m. 10 a.m. ẹ ti dẹ́kọ̀. Formerly it was like $1,200-300. Now I dem máa gbé 2 bags 223 kgs ní 12 yẹn 13. Now one bag ẹ san tó 1819. And economy ni kò ń ṣe any other thing. So God knows ibi tá à ń lọ.
Point when he need breakthrough in the US.
All right. So ìwà tí mo kọ́kọ́ dé Yankee.
Ṣé ìjẹ̀yà America báwọn ti máa sọ pé ìyàwó ń bẹ.
In my book I wrote it. There was a time ṣé mo ibi téèyàn ò ní family sí and ẹni tí mo lọ bá ó tún ṣe okay mo débẹ̀ in January 2007 wọ́n bímọ ní February. So on the limit wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ and the woman she is hard working. So ó níbi tán lè gbé mi lọ tán lè ṣe and tó bá ti dé Yankee tí ń ṣe bí New York wọ̀nyẹn New York o lè gan bus o lè gbé train o lè gbé Indianapolis you go get your ride if you know tó bá ní mọ́tò bus wà o but o ṣá máa ní o need car from here point A to point B to So I remembered there was a time I had to walk in the snow for almost 35 minutes. Like, ṣé mo lè rewind there? Ìgbà tí mo fẹ́ wá lọ, tí mo fẹ́ travel, mo dé ti ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ mi gan pé ẹni tó ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì tí ò ní ṣé mo ní pocket money ibi tí mo ń lọ. Mo yà sí ìyànàpá jáàmì bẹ́ẹ̀. So torí mo wò pé kò sáṣọ tí mo aṣọ ilé ṣe mo wá trouser àwọn hanging trouser àwọn ẹbí méjì kan rà mo ra long sleeve kan àti shirt kan pátápátá owó tí mo ná ń bẹ̀ omi rò pé tó 2,000 naira ó wá kù 500 naira sí mi lọ́wọ́. So 500 naira was everything I had in my life. I was telling some of my boys ìgbà tá à ń bọ̀ pé it wasn't as if I don't have family members that will stand up and say 5 million ni o. But I just believe that tọ́lọ́run bá fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan ẹ̀, he wouldn't want another man to take the glory. Ọlọ́run ló máa fẹ́ gba gbogbo ogun wọn yẹn. So everybody was just, and I was just battling those period by myself. Mo ní 500 naira lọ́wọ́ at the airport. Ṣé 500 naira mo fẹ́ máa mú lọ US ni? Mo wá sọ fún mo wá rí málà kan àwọn tó ń ṣọ́wó láyé ìgbà yẹn ṣe mọ̀ pé airport ayé ìgbà 2007 easy fa báàgì gun orí ibẹ̀ yẹn lọ departure. So máa yẹn ní dollar mo ní I no get much I only have mo fi wọn 500 máa yẹn wò mí báyìí pé 500 naira ó kó 500 naira mi padà fún mi ni ó wá tọwọ́ bàpò wá ka $1 márùn wá fún mi ní $5. That was the only, so 500 naira yẹn mo kàn kó sílẹ̀ fáwọn tó tẹ̀lé mi dé airport. So $5 ló bá mi wọ US. So I now use that $5 made like I prayed with it to God that God, anything tójú mi bá tiẹ̀ rí mi bá mi ò mọ anybody. As a matter of fact, it was winter time, mi ò ní coat. So I was just going with shirt and kò ṣe jeans o, trouser.
Pant trouser.
Yes. Pẹ̀lú kókó shoe kan tí mú ẹ. So when I got to Michigan, mo dé Detroit to Indianapolis. So èmi tiẹ̀ fẹ́ fa báàgì kí n jáde normal, èmi rò pé kíní atẹ́gùn tó gbé mi wọlé padà like cold yẹn, Jesus. ibẹ̀ mo mọ̀ pé ìyà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí. So wọ́n gbé mi wọ́n ṣe. So that was that. I was like, I left this country with just $5. That was just that man dashed me new. So every Sunday tí máa tẹ̀lé wọn lọ church, máa fi $1 nú ẹ̀, máa fi ṣe, máa pray sí pé Ọlọ́run, mi tí ní iṣẹ́, mi tí ní anything. So that sister, that auntie I was living with, àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ wọn gbọ́ mọ wá, mo wá ń ṣe babysitter. Tẹ́ bá rá àwọn ọmọ tí mo ṣe babysitter fún gbà yẹn, some of them were 4 years old, 5 years old. I'm talking 2007. Wọ́n ti jáde university gan báyìí, like wọ́n ti big gan sin tán ti so like 4 years màá nu diaper wọn, màá take care wọn kí mọ̀mísí wọn tó dé, màá ṣe everything, màá po oúnjẹ wọn, like mi ì dẹ̀ ṣe gbogbo wọn yẹn rí. But I mean, you have to learn on the go, like the survival instinct just kicked in. Pé àwọn tí mò ń gbé lọ́dọ̀ wọn, I want to make them feel comfortable having me. So nígbà yẹn woman yẹn wá bẹ èèyàn kan pé kó bá òun gbé ọ̀nkú wáṣẹ́ lọ. Bọ̀bọ́ yẹn kàn débẹ̀ ni ó ní ó kàn sọ èdè lẹ́lújì yẹn ni pé àwọn tó máa ṣẹ̀ dé tójú wọn tutù bọ́n ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn jàre, pé tí kinní kan dọ́là bá ti dọ́wọ́ wọn sí pé mo kàn wá wò pé person wey you just meet for first time tó tí mọ̀ life ẹ̀ tó tí, but I understood that was just his level of exposure, because ẹlòmíì ìlú wọn tó US ni wọ́n lè máa ń jáde come meet many people, varieties, several people like that. So but to God be the glory, I never changed from who I was that very first day. I understand, and to this day kò síbi tí woman yẹn bá ti rí mi báyìí uncle ayọ̀, we are still very good with ourselves. So the challenges was tough. Mo ṣe babysitter gan gidi.
Wọ́n fún yín lówó babysitter?
No, wọ́n fún mi lówó, but wọ́n máa ń ra káàdì fún mi, mo dẹ̀ ń jẹun.
Okay.
And that was.
So, well, drew how many months have you
I was with the woman for 9 months.
Kẹtoríṣẹ́?
No, sorry. So I was there for now, but my green card came early. My social security took 2 or 3 months. Mi ò mọ reason. Some people will be like 2 weeks, so you go today. So I now went to the Social Security Administration, kìíní pé ẹ wá green card today, so should that. Wọ́n á wo system, wọ́n rorúkọ mi, but somehow wọ́n reprint. I don't know. Wọ́n wá fún mi ní letter kan báyìí pé anywhere tí màá wáṣẹ́ lọ. So woman wá bá mi get iṣẹ́ níbi tán ti ń ṣiṣẹ́. So I started, it was like an home care job or something like that. So mo ṣáà ń tẹ̀lé wọn lọ bẹ̀. I was there, hustling, mọ̀. So mo rí àwọn boys, young boys, wọ́n ti gather owó, wọ́n ra mọ́tò, wọ́n send there, wọ́n ra mọ́tò méjì mẹ́ta, wọ́n send there, wọ́n ṣe. So I started doing businesses like that, there, I understand. So within few months later, tí mo fi wá settle down, mo ṣe wá lọ gba létí tọ̀dọ̀ mi náà pé okay, I'm now on my own. So be.
All right. Kí ni interest in entertainers?
All right. So dáàdi jẹ́yàn kan tán yẹ pé tẹ́ bá dé ìta ògbólú lẹ́nu torí ó dà pé mo mọ̀ pé radio person lẹ́yìn, so ẹ máa ní all this. Tẹ́ bá délé wa lẹ́nu Orlando ti pọ̀ sí ní Orlando àwo ni o, kékeré ńlá wọ́n lè tó báyìí kan tó.
Kí ni alias dáàdi yìí?
Dáàdi ò sábà wọ́n ṣe kípa láyé ìgbà yẹn, wọ́n ní Chico àbí kíní kan náà pé wọ́n school, but bàbá sójà tẹ́ bá ti dé Tàògbólú tẹ́ ní bàbá sójà, mi rò pé wọ́n tún ní ẹni ọ̀dà.
Téèyàn bá dé Tàògbólú ilé yín wà by the left.
Ayayaya ẹ gbà síbẹ̀.
Story building àbí?
Níbi ọjà wọ́n máa ń play o.
Ok, mo ń bọ̀.
Okay.
Ṣé dáàdi yín ní kíní kan bíi album tí wọ́n tó wá àtijọ́ oríṣiríṣi sínú ẹ̀?
That's my dad.
Mo ti miss dáàdi yín rí.
Jesus Christ.
Mo ti miss dáàdi yín rí.
Wow.
Mo ń try láti follow bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ.
Sọ story yẹn.
Mi ì mọ orúkọ wọn.
Olúfẹ́mi.
Mo ti lọ bá wọn rí.
Timothy bàbá sójà. After ibi opposite ibi ọjà yẹn. No, tẹ́tí ẹ̀ ti sọ pé wọ́n wá sí US gan wọ́n ní dọ́là wọ́n ní gbogbo
gbogbo
wọn
àwọn owó tá ti ná gbogbo tá ti ná Nàìjíríà tó ní o tó ní gbogbo
everything is an historian.
Yes, mo ti meet wọn rí.
So we are just talking about my story, but chipping story one no, but you know a little bit about him and all that. Because Popsi mi jẹ́ ẹmọ fíìmù tán sọ pé ìrù ẹṣin. Ayé tí ẹṣin ò jẹ́ pé ìrù ẹ̀ ló jẹ́, but ti dádì mi ó wá jẹ́ pé ẹṣin yẹn gan wà láyé. Ó jẹ ayé yẹn. I understand. Mo kàn fẹ́ káwọn gan understand more things because Popsi náà jẹ́ èèyàn kan tó yẹ pé wọ́n ní ìwà títí wọn, but better still is a very good person. He's very friendly. Ẹ mọ̀ ní barracks ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan bọ̀ láti kó báyìí tó fẹ́ wá bá mi àjọ ń lọ Àkúrẹ́ ó máa káàpọ̀ wọ́n bí dáàdì máa tó gbé TV because ní other ranks, that is àwọn tí ò ń ṣe officer, àwa ni the first family tó ní colour TV àti VHS. So every December 24th and December 31st àìsàn ọdún wọ́n máa gbé fídíò síta. Ẹ̀rọ àwọn ọmọ sójà àwọn barak obìnrin wọ́n máa gbálẹ̀ ilé wa wọ́n máa pọnmi fún wa. So big boy náà wọ́n sọ lọ́jọ́ ilé kan wọ́n níyì náà big boy that time mọ̀ pé pé tí níyì bá di remote yẹn mi pé tí má di remote mú báyìí kò sẹ́ni bọ̀dì tó fẹ́ wọ́n ní tí dáàdì bá ti ní níyì bá mi mú remote yẹn fíìmù ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. So pé dòsí nọmbọrí Tufan drama kìíní Terimabani àwọn Indian film wọ̀nyẹn all those ibẹ̀ náà ti ń wò even though gan dáàdì tó máa play àwọn Yorùbá Kòtò Ayé Àjẹníyà mi kìíní oríṣiríṣi àwọn Yorùbá film wọ̀nyẹn. So bí mo ṣe ń sọ lọ wọ́n ní àwo àpàlà. So those things too really helped because I learned listening to those music. As a matter of fact, I'm a die-hard Orlando. I'm a die-hard. Tí mi ò bá fẹ́ tí bá mo sí kí n sìn tí mo ṣe tẹ́ kan gbé Orlando sí gẹ́rẹ́ báyìí mo lè dá lẹ̀ sí bí báyìí pé kàn lọ ra anything wa because that music, just listening to it from the childhood entered my brain and set some stuff there. So I love Orlando so much. So tí dáàdì bá rí mi tí máa dé ilé ìsìn wọn kí n tó kí wọn tán ti rí pé manager náà máa ń pè mí tán wá ti rí mi báyìí manager ti dé wọ́n nu àwo yẹn báyìí wọ́n gbé sí.
Kí ló ń pè yín manager?
So wọ́n fún gbogbo wa lórúkọ manager director àwọn ni director so bí pé company directress oríṣiríṣi bẹ́ẹ̀ so títí dé clerk lábúrò tán fún ní clerk oríṣiríṣi bẹ́ẹ̀ so sometimes it's kind of fun sometimes it's just somehow that you just want to run. So entertainment started with my dad and thank God inú mi dẹ̀ dùn pé ẹ mọ̀ wọ́n so mo believe pé ẹ ti rí àwọn àwo yẹn náà lọ́dọ̀ wọn. So I started listening to music and all that. So when I now got to Indianapolis, Martin Drive, maybe mo lọ bí iṣẹ́ anytime snow and all those things. Orin Orlando wọ̀nyẹn, it's just keep coming in. So mo wá derive affinity and love for music. Mi lè kọrin, mi lóhùn orin kankan. So I now said, if I can see somebody that knows how to sing, bó jẹ́ owó tó yẹ kí n fi ra last Gary, I go support the person. Whether comedy, whether just entertainment. Then I understand the fact, maybe bí èmi náà ṣe jagun kúrò níbí báyìí, mo understand pé ẹlòmíì struggle. I understand. Ẹlòmíì struggle because there was a year, I think around 2015, 2016, mo kàn wá wo ó dà pé time yẹn ni Instagram tí wọ́n fẹ́ máa ṣe ní Nàìjíríà ń gbà yẹn pé kinní kan. So mo kàn wo fídíò kan mo kàn rí ọmọ yìí Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Àdán. So video quality very poor. Mo ṣàárín mo dẹ̀ wò pé ọmọ ìdẹ̀ ní talent o. So most people I reached out to them. So mo wá reached out sí pé pẹ̀lẹ́ báwo ni o, your work is good but bó ṣe ń ṣe yìí ṣé o tún lè ṣe báyìí kí ni o need àwọn ìgbà yẹn náà máa ń ṣe tá à ń sọ pé wọ́n ṣe challenge. So ó ṣe challenge bá 5k àbí 3k mo ní sọ di 10k. Ó ní sà ó ní ibo ni òun ti fẹ́ rówó 10k ó dà pé mo share kinní kan sí so ó ní báwo ló ń ṣe fẹ́ mo ní just do it, just believe and just post it. ó take faith yẹn leap of faith yẹn ó post ẹ̀ pé kinní kan so báwọn èèyàn ṣe yàbò competition yẹn nìyẹn so that time kò tí ì ní followers o so mo ṣe release 10k yẹn fún ní time yẹn nìyẹn ó fún first position kẹrẹkẹrẹkẹrẹ a bẹ̀rẹ̀ 20,000 30,000 naira ń gbà yẹn so before you know it bó ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní climb nìyẹn as a matter of fact ọjọ́ tó wọ ṣé 20,000 àbí 30,000 followers ní kinní gan he was shouting pé kinní kan ó send ẹ̀ ó screenshot ẹ̀ sí mi so a ṣe flyer fún pé to thank people pé thank you for the 30,000 followers and all that ọmọ ọ̀gbẹ́ni àdán wa ṣeun ó wá pè mí ó ní ẹ̀sà ó ní ṣebí ó dà pé ẹ ní Settle Nation Records ó ní ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ sign mi wọ́n á ní records yẹn bí orin ni mò ń wò pé mi mọ̀ báyà mo lè sign comedian mo ní but don't worry anything you need I will support you ṣáà máa ṣe nǹkan tó ń ṣe so mo bẹ̀ sí ní bá àwọn tèmi náà ní Indianapolis sọ̀rọ̀ pé ọmọ mi ni mo ṣe introduce ẹ̀ nìyẹn ọmọ mi ni ọ̀gbẹ́ni àdán so báwọn Indianapolis náà because that first point of target mi nìyẹn má ti lè réyàn kan bẹ́ẹ̀ má ti bẹ̀ sí ní ti àwọn tèmi pé àwọn náà máa tún pe àwọn tiwọn so bẹ́ẹ̀ I understand so ó ń ṣe kinní wọ̀nyẹn ẹ mọ̀ ó dẹ̀ before you know it ó ti climb 100,000 followers 200,000 followers 300 so as a matter of fact there was a time he did collabo with my son my first son pé òun fẹ́ bá Kevin ṣe pé kinní kan kí Kevin snap kí n record there kó máa jẹ oúnjẹ lọ́wọ́ kí Kevin wá di ọwọ́ mú pé bàbá àdán you slap me so kó wá di pé afẹ́ṣẹ́ ni pé bàbá àdán was pé grandpa ni tá a gbé wá sí Amẹ́ríkà wọn dẹ̀ kí n ọmọ lamẹ́ríkà wà lọ gbá ti Kevin so Kevin wá ní bàbá àdán you slap me I will tell my dad kinní kan so láti bẹ̀ wọ́n sọ fún authority wọ́n deport àdán gbé báàgì àwọn old videos ẹ̀ tó máa ti máa ń wọ agbádá wọn ẹ̀rí tá a gbé báàgì so àṣà ó máa mọ bó ṣe máa edit ẹ̀ but the video quality still wasn't good mo wá sọ pé kí ló ṣe ó wá sọ fún mi pé ó ní sà ó ní fóònù tóun lò gan pé ó dárúkọ ẹ̀mí tẹ̀ mọ́ fóònù yẹn mọ́ ó crack gan ó ṣe so I sat down on Amazon bẹ̀ sí ní wá kámẹ́rà ẹ mọ̀ just to start with pé ẹni tí ń ṣe pé báyà mo ń benefit owó kankan lórí ẹ̀ but at least let me give him something that will make his work brighter and all that so I bought his first ever camcorder for him so as a matter of fact ó dà pé airport ló ti pàdé ẹni tí mo fi rán tó ti lọ gbà tó ké pé kinní kan so all of a sudden mo kàn wá rí i pé ìgbà tí iṣẹ́ ti wá ń down tí iṣẹ́ ti clean táwọn iṣẹ́ mọ̀ pé some people will wait for you to get that name kan tó attach mọ́ ẹ and when they are attaching to you be very wise not to lose focus where you've been coming from the people that were there when you were nobody so I believe he started focusing on emo so there was a time tó ní àwọn kan wá láti mi ìmọ̀ country yẹn tó ní wọ́n ra camera wọ́n ṣẹ̀ wá ra camera wá so after that time I couldn't even access him anymore and but his dad daddy ẹ máa pray for me pastor ni daddy mo rí pé ó wá síbí náà tó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ daddy ẹ máa pray for me gan daddy ẹ máa wọlé sí DM mi tá pray for me gan and to me that's enough that's just enough I mean so it's not that èèyàn ṣoore tó fẹ́ jókòó síbí and every other thing but my guy was saying AP production was saying something that don't forget people that were there when you were nobody, when you were struggling, when you were in pain, when you don't even know how to channel to mobi to fẹ́ yà sí. Don't forget those people. Kò ṣe pé o fẹ́ wá gbówó fún wọn, kò ṣe pé o fẹ́ ṣe anything fún wọn, but just o lè rí wọn. Àwọn náà ẹni tó help ẹ lánàá yẹn, ó lè ti máa struggle gan lénìí. Kó kàn jẹ́ pé just one information ló máa help ẹ. As a matter of fact, I will make reference. I saw an interview here where a guy, I think Ambassador, was talking about that he went to somebody. Please, just connect me with, and all this and all this. I understand. So, life is so simple, but we are different. We have our individual differences. So, and there are many like that. Èmi mo gbé wọn láti ilẹ̀ pé kìnnìkan because there's this one other person that I will quickly talk about. Then after that, màá wá lọ sí ti Settle Records because mo rí pé Olúwatóyìn Black wá síbí.
Yes.
Very wonderful human being. As a matter of fact, she was my first manager. Èèyàn kan náà tí mo gbà sílé. So, God, ẹ bèrè pé my struggle. In that struggle period, back then, I told God pé if I can survive, if I can, bí mo ṣe ń tú diaper nídìí àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tí mo ń ṣe nǹkan tí mi ò ṣe rí, tí màá nu ìdí wọn, nu ìgbẹ́ wọn, nu gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe gbáṣà wọn, and not collecting one, wọ́n lè fún mi ní card $5 kí n fi pelé. Pé God, mo fẹ́ fi ọwọ́ ti tèmi ṣerú ẹ̀ fún ọmọ ti tèmi náà. And God answered. God answered our prayers. Mo tún bí ìbejì. So me and my wife, àwa lájọ tọ́jú with God, lájọ wẹ ọmọ, lájọ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ over there. I understand. So, having said that, let me just pause that now and go back to Toyin Black. So then I prayed that God, bí woman ṣe gbà mí sílé tó tọ́jú mi, mo jẹun mi ní problem. Ó help me pé I would be a source of comfort to anyone. Mi ìfẹ́ mọ bàbá àti ìyá tó ṣu ẹ́ tó bí ẹ. I'll be a point of contact in Indianapolis. And to the glory of God, kò sọ́mọ ìlú wa tó dé, I would say like 4 or 5. Ilé mi náà máa kọ́kọ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. And mi ìmọ̀ ẹ láwọn èèyàn sí abroad, they will tell you what it means to accommodate people. Ọmọ ìyá ò lè gba ara wọn sínú ilé ní US. I'm not exaggerating. Tó bá jọ maybe inú mi dùn pé àbúrò mi àbí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dé sí US, wọ́n lè gba ara wọn lè jọ wà for like a month, 2 at the max. Tó ń bá ní jà, owó máa cost, bill máa cost ìjà and every other thing. Should I tell you that ẹni tó gbélé wa fún the least ló gbélé wa fún 3-4 months. Èmi àti ìyàwó mi, ìyá ìbejì tún máa dáná àárọ̀, dáná ọ̀sán, dáná alẹ́. Dẹ̀ ní gbogbo internet. Mi ò gbowó. As a matter of fact, there was somebody that came tó yẹ pé tó bá ra raw food, àwọn perishable good food wọ̀nyẹn, a máa jọ jẹ. Raw food mo bá ń tọ́jú ẹ̀. After 3 months, tó wá pè mí pé boss, mo ti gbábi kan, mo ti ṣe, mo lọ sí store ta kó, mo kàn kó sínú mọ́tò ẹni, ó kàn wò ní pé what kind of human being are you? Mo ní if you don't live with me, I go chop now. Má jẹun. I understand. So there are people that live 9 months with us. So I just want to thank my wife very well because I can't just do it alone. God gave me a support system, a woman that can work with me in that aspect. Because I believe that's my ministry, to help, to comfort, to bring succor to people. So ìyẹn bẹ́ẹ̀. So one of the guys tá a gbà sílé, mi ò mọ̀ rí, ọmọ Èkó ni. Somebody ló kàn introduce pé kò ní síbi tó máa dé, obìnrin ni, ó lóun lè gba ọkùnrin sílé pé òun lọ́kọ sí Naija, kó máa rorò kúrò and all that. Mo á ní kó máa bọ̀. So the guy ló wá sọ pé bàbá, kíní iṣẹ́ tó kíní tẹ́ fẹ́ máa ṣe díẹ̀, èmi kàn fẹ́ fi ṣe trial by error náà ní ìgbà yẹn pé kíní. Ó lóun dẹ̀ léèyàn kan o, radio station ló ti ń ṣiṣẹ́, but ó ti ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn top artists ṣá, pé ó dẹ̀ lè put me through. Ó fún mi number, mo ṣe bá sọ̀rọ̀. That was Olúwatóyìn Black. Superb. She took me everywhere. She did everything. She helped. I can call her a very good friend. You understand? And we worked together for like a year or 2 years. And mutually we separated. It wasn't fight. It wasn't anything. We still kept contact. As a matter of fact, mo ti wá sí Naija gan tá tún máa tún pàdé tá ní wọ́n ṣe. There was a time tí Bimbo Thomas ṣe nǹkan kan. So she invited me. I went over there. Ọmọ ẹ̀yẹn, she 2015. Ọmọ ẹ̀yẹn ṣì kéré ńgbà yẹn tó ń jó tí mo náwó fún. So we're close. So that's about that. So I think I was talking about
Settle Records.
Settle Records. So after that, I get àwọn artist kan. Mo ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú DJ Coblon tó ṣe wojú fún Kiss Daniels. So we worked together for 2 months in 2015. So but Coblon come mama sọ fún mi pé bàbá àwọn boys ó lẹ́ni tó lórí òní fìlà pé bàbá you they spend too much money, these people no serious and every other thing pé kíníkan. So ibẹ̀ mo kàn wá wò títí mo kàn jókòó ni pé God, this money if I put am for Bitcoin will be à ń sọ̀rọ̀ 2015. So ìgbà yẹn mo kàn wá wò pé well kò sí big deal. So some people started coming too. Ṣé mo Indianapolis tí wọ́n ń lajú bákan àwọn ọmọ ayé tí ń wọlé, wọ́n ti ń wọlé wá. So people wanted to be pé kàn invest. And to me, I know if I invest bẹ́ẹ̀, the way I think it is different. Me, I want something clean. I want something I'll be able to defend anywhere they take me to. So ibẹ̀ mo ti wò pé okay o, ó dà pé settle record sí máa tètè kó mi sí wàhálà ju nǹkan. But it helped because entertainment, we started pushing. In Indianapolis tó fi wà lénìí, I think I was one of the first few people. But I will name this guy, Omojomolo. Maybe anytime he comes to Nigeria, he can, visit you and all that. He was the first person, ọpọlọ tí bọ̀bọ́ yẹn ní 2008, òun ló kọ́kọ́ gbé Atóríṣe wọlé sí Indianapolis. He was the first person to create that entertainment platform, because ìgbà yẹn wọ́n máa ń pe Indianapolis ní oko, pé ibẹ̀ náà ti máa ń gbin àgbàdo, people. So he brought Pasuma too, and as a matter of fact, ìgbà tó gbé Paso wá gan, I was part of the backstage. Àwọn làbá Paso ka owó ńgbà yẹn tá a ṣe. Though Alhaji Pasuma doesn't know me personally, but it was through that Omojomolo. So Omojomolo has worked with. Dele Bravo came recently. Dele Bravo, mo ní nọ́mbà àjọ máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa. We are very close. Wọ́n ṣe shout out fún ìyàwó mi gan gbà kan. So that was that about Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adan. So we stopped talking. We stopped talking because then I couldn't access him. I wanted to call him one time, pé ẹnìkan fẹ́ ṣe wedding ni, wọ́n á need MC. So I tried to reach out. I couldn't even access him anymore. So that was when his skinny thing lost it close to 1M. Conscious to work. So I don't know, maybe ìgbà tán àkẹ́ ló ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní tó ń struggle padà pé kinní kan. Ìgbà tó wá sí bíláàsì yẹn tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tó ṣe, I reached out to him. So wá ní tani, he doesn't even have my number, but I still have his number. Máa sọ pé o mọ̀ mi mọ̀. Ọ̀gá mi kinní kan ìgbà lẹ̀ ń bọ̀ lé. Mo ní very soon, ó ní pé ká ríra ká ṣe mọ́ ọ̀pẹ. Kò need, because when we could have met, mi tí ì rí sójú till today, even with everything I have done for him. Àti ìrírá. That's how I operate. Like, I don't even have to meet you personally. So
ẹ já sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn ìwé yín ká fi wrap up.
Yes.
Ẹ ti ṣe ìwé méjì àbí?
Yes, sir.
Mú kan wá ìkan líle. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo.
Yep. Ṣé
Yes, The Weeping
Destiny.
Kí lorúkọ yín gangan? Ṣé Femi Aniyi ni àbí Ayọ̀ Olúfẹ́mi?
So Femi Aniyi is a combination of all my names.
Oh, okay.
Femi is my last name, Olúfẹ́mi.
Okay.
That A to one is Ayọ̀.
Ayọ̀, okay.
Niyi is Olaniyi.
Olaniyi, okay. All right. So ìwé méjì lẹ ti ṣe àbí?
Yes, sir.
Wo ló ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú criminal justice àbí?
Kò tí, so far so good. Kò tí sí kankan tó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú that criminal justice of a thing. They are just a way about personal. The first one is a memoir, like I said, like my personal life, because mo mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ṣe. I'm a writer. I've been putting things down since the age of 13. So mo wá wò pé okay, before I can even start doing anything, I want to first write about myself. Mo ṣe kọ Concealed. So which is a memoir about my upbringing, trials and travails, everything that has happened in my life. So after that, mo ṣe wá kọ The Weeping Destiny, which was as a result of a sermon from one late pastor in 2005.
Okay.
So 2005, mo ti kọ sílẹ̀. Tí máa yẹn sọ pé ká after preaching, ó ní open your hands. Ó ní kí la rí, everybody were shouting, ìlà ọwọ́, ìlà onínú. And that's your destiny crying in your palms. So mo kọ sílẹ̀. So that's 2020, 2021, tí mo ní I was going through a few things. Mo kàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní put ideas down. So that was how I came up with. It's just a cry of purpose.
Okay.
How to survive. I mean, like, I wrote something there that I will never mock anybody. going through hard times. Because your story that you're telling me, ẹlòmíì lè sọ pé, what have you gone through? That little thing tó gbọ́, that little story kékeré tó gbọ́ yẹn, ó lè jẹ́ pé it will be your survival guide tomorrow. It might be your survival guide tomorrow. So nǹkan tí mo kọ sí ibi bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn.
All right, ẹ ṣé gan ni tí ẹ yọjú sí wa.
Thank you so much.
Because I ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ for a while. I did sọ pé tẹ́ bá sì wá pé ẹ máa yọjú. So mo really appreciate yín pé ẹ wá and láti open up lórí àwọn past, even childhood struggles yín. Mo ṣáà wò pé àwọn èèyàn wọn ni àwọn family kò ní di family ẹ ti sọ pé kò lè di anything. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. So mo lè pè yín ní Ayọ̀ Olúfẹ́mi sìn.
Ben.
Not Femi Aniyi.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni sir.
Ẹ ṣé gan.
Táwọn èèyàn bá fẹ́ reach yín any social media handles.
It's just Femi Aniyi on Instagram. Femi Aniyi, FEMIANIYI.
Okay.
On everywhere. Instagram, TikTok.
Okay.
So Facebook is my baptismal name, Joel Ayo.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So